Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is a short informational video to talk more about playground safety, specifically cushioning materials, also known as loose fill materials or shock absorbing materials. We are talking today about the surface that goes below your playground equipment. This shows up in Satellite's Family Childcare System's Home Safety Checklist. So item 43 states that cushioning materials like mats, wood chips, or sand are used under climbing equipment, slides, and swings according to Wisconsin State Licensing Recommended Guidelines for Depth. So we are going to talk today about why this is required for your family childcare business, and then dig deeper into those recommended guidelines for depth. We are talking today about platforms over 36 inches high. So you need loose fill materials for any structure with a platform where a child could stand and potentially fall from that is over 36 inches or 3 feet tall. So some examples of loose fill materials include sand, wood chips, rubber mulch, and pea gravel, as you can see on the slide. And that means that grass, concrete, and dirt are not shock absorbing, and therefore they are not an adequate surface for below these structures. And now we are going to get into why that is. I'll be throwing a lot of stats your way today. 1 out of every 5 playground injuries occur on home playgrounds, and this includes your family childcare home playground. So that's 20% of all playground injuries occur on home playgrounds. In contrast, 70% of playground deaths occur on home playgrounds. So I'll say that again. 70% of deaths from playground equipment are on home playgrounds. And the majority of the playground injuries and deaths occur from falls, 80%. And most of these falls are from the equipment to the surface below. And you can see in the photo of what I mean when I say from equipment to ground. So non-impact absorbing materials like grass and dirt, as seen in the photo here, actually double the risk of a child getting severely injured from a fall. I want to say too that all of these stats that I'm throwing your way today are based on research, mainly research from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission that was done over a few decades. So that is where most of this information is coming from. But I'll say it again. Non-impact absorbing materials double the risk of severe injury. And severe injuries include concussion, stitches, broken bones, paralysis, and death. So this simple environmental factor that you as a business owner have control over has significant implications for children's safety when using climbing equipment. Now we are going to watch a video that really showcases the dramatic difference in shock absorbing properties between loose fill materials and grass and dirt.
According to the Consumer Product Safety Commission, every year 47,000 children are injured in home playground accidents, and 80% of those accidents are associated with falls. Now, this grassy ground down here might look like it's soft enough to cushion a fall, but it's really not. To show you what I mean, look what happens when I drop this watermelon from a height of about 6 feet. It's important to install a shock-absorbing surface under all play sets. Now, mulch, sand, and pea gravel are all used for this, but today I'm going to put in something that I think performs even better. This rubber ground cushion from Permalife is made from recycled tires, and it's designed specifically to go under play sets. What makes it different from garden mulch and absolutely safe for children is that every bit of metal has been removed from it. Permalife has come up with a simple border that keeps the ground cushion in the play area. Special stakes are first driven into the ground and corner brackets set on them. Pre-cut panels made of a composite material simply drop into the corner bracket slots. Short screws secure the panels in place. With the border in place, I begin pouring in the ground cushion and leveling it with a rake. Now, even though I was tempted to put down weed cloth first, the manufacturer says it's not necessary, since the material blocks light completely, yet allows water to pass through and drain thoroughly. Here's the end result. With this material, nearly anyone can put down a safe play surface in a matter of hours. And Max says, Dad, you gotta give it the watermelon test. So, here goes. Well, Max is happy, and I'm happy, knowing any falls will land him on a safer surface.
You can see the watermelon bounce up when dropped from 6 feet onto the loose fill materials. And this is what is protecting children and lowering the risk of severe injuries like concussion, broken bones, or stitches, or even death. And if the watermelon test just wasn't enough for you, it goes deeper. We are now going to watch a video that is just another example, provides some examples and some information on the physics and math that goes into the recommended guidelines for loose fill materials, and that includes the depth as well.
Craig Fatel with Safe to Play Certified Matters. Today we're going to do a Triax impact test just to show an example of engineered wood fiber. This unit is the Triax 2015 unit. It's a tripod system that can go up to approximately 14 feet in height. So with this system, it's a Bluetooth system. So you would just turn it on and then push the button here, and you can see that when that light is flashing, that it's connected. And here we go with the first drop. Oh. So the first reading is the peak, which is called the G max, and that needs to be under 200. And you can see with this loose safety surfacing, the engineered wood fiber, it reads very well at 83. The second reading is the HIC, the head injury criterion, and again a super low reading at 366, and that has to be under 1,000. And then the third reading is the feet per second dropping, so that reads 22.7, and that's at an 8-foot drop. So here we are doing the second drop, and again we want to be dropping from the tallest height on the playground, which is 8 feet, and with loose safety surfacing it typically scores very well. So if you're going to do a request for proposal for your playground and you want poured in place rubber, something like that, then make sure that you set your standards a little bit higher. So you don't want to be near that 1,000 for the HIC or the 200 for the G max. You might want to put in your proposal that you want to exceed 800 for the HIC and then 150 for the G max. So if you have any questions on that, you can contact me. So here's the second drop, and again, excellent scores, 84 for the G max, which is the peak. We've got 330 for the HIC, head injury criterion, and with this engineered wood fiber, you're gonna find out that it tests way better than a unitary system. Let's say if you had poured in place rubber in here at 3.5 inches, you'd barely be compliant just under 1,000. So that's where you would find a lot of broken or fractured arms from kids falling on the playground. So you don't want to go at 3.5 inches, go at least 4 inches, if not thicker for elevated equipment like that.
Now we are going to get into the recommended depth of loose fill materials. So this is based on information again from the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission's Outdoor Home Playground Safety Handbook. So say you wanted to put sand under your climbing equipment. 9 inches of sand is going to protect to a fall of up to 5 feet. So the higher the height, the more absorbent the surface below, because the speed at which you hit the ground increases the higher you are when you fall, and it will compress those loose fill materials when you do impact the ground. So depending on how high of a structure that you have and the absorbent properties of the loose fill material that you choose, the depth will vary. We'll do another example together. Say you wanted to put shredded recycled rubber under your playground structure. 9 inches of shredded recycled rubber will protect to a fall height of 8 feet. So again, depends on the type of loose fill materials that you choose, because different types of materials have different types of shock absorbing properties. The last piece of this puzzle is this idea of a fall zone. So surfacing material should reach at least 6 feet from the equipment in all directions, and you can see that depicted here on the slide. This is your fall zone. In addition, do not place other play equipment within that 6-foot radius. So for example, if you have a picnic table or an infant and toddler climber, as you can see here on the screen, this must be at least 6 feet away from the playground equipment to prevent children from falling onto these pieces and not the shock absorbing material below it. So 6-foot radius of your fall zone. And that wraps up this short video on cushioning material. If you have any questions, please reach out to your satellite accreditation consultant. Thank you.